Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inspiring stories. We Allah narrate to you also stories from the events of the messengers as we Allah. Strengthen your head three and these stories. There has come to you the truth, a good counsel and a reminder to those who believe. The Holy Quran 11:120. The boy and the king and people of the tents, Ashabul Ukhdud. Suhaib ibn Sinan referred that the messenger of Allah told, there lived a king, Yusuf bin Nuwas, before you in Yemen, and he lived about 17 years before the breath of messengers of Allah put, and he had a magician. As the magician grew old, he said to the king, I have become old and my time is nearly over. So send me a boy whom I can teach magic. So he sent him a boy, Abdullah ibn Tamir, and the magician taught him a magic. On his way to the magician, the young man found a monk sitting there and listened to his talk and was impressed by it. It became his habit that on his way to the magician, he met the monk said that so he was late in coming to the magician who beat him because of the delay. The young boy made a complaint about it to the monk, so the monk said, when you feel afraid of the magician, say, my people kept me busy. And when you feel afraid of your family, say to them, the magician kept me busy. It on having that tree come a hawk beast of prey, and it blocked the way of the people. The young boy said, I shall find out today whether the magician or the monk is correct in belief. He picked up a stone and said, O Allah, if the teaching of the monk are dearer to you than the teaching of the magician, bring that to this animal so that the people will be able to move about freely. He threw that stone towards it and killed it, and the people began to move about under feet freely. The young man came to that monk and informed him. The monk said, my son, today you are superior to me. Your affairs have reached a stage where I think that you will soon be put to the test, and in this case, don't reveal my identity. The young man began to treat the blind and those suffering from leprosy and began to cure people of all kinds of illness. There was a courtier of the king who had become blind, and he heard about the boy. He came and brought a number of gifts for the boy and said, if you cure me, all these things called together here will be yours. He said, I myself do not call anyone. It is Allah who cures. If you affirm faith in Allah. Esau also supplied Allah to cure you. He affirmed his faith in Allah, and Allah cured him. He came to the king and sat by his seat as he used to sit before. The king said to him, "Who restored you, I seek?" He said, "My lord." The king then asked, "I did?" The courtier said, "No, my lord and your lord Allah." The king said, "Do you have another lord beside me?" He said, "Yes, your lord and my lord is Allah." Where you found? The king took hold of him and tortured him until he revealed the identity of boy. The young man was thus summoned, and the king said to him, "O boy, it has been conveyed to me that you have become so talented in your magic that you cure the blind and those suffering from leprosy, and you do such and such things. Do you find?" He said, "I do not cure anyone. It is Allah who cures." The king took hold of him and began to torture him. So he revealed the identity of the monk. The monk was thus summoned, and it was said to him, "Turn back from your religion." He, however, refused to do so. King ordered a saw to be brought, and it was placed in the middle of his head, and I fell apart. Then the courtier of the king was brought, and it was said to him, "Turn back from your religion," but he refused to do so. Then the same was done with him as well. Then the young boy was brought, and it was said to him, "Turn back from your religion." He refused to do so, and he was handed over to a group of his courtiers. He said to them, "Take him to such and such mountain. Make him climb that mountain, and when you reach its top, ask him to give up his faith. But if he refuses to do so, throw him down the mountain." So they took him and made him climb the mountain. The boy cried, "Oh Allah, save me from the in any way you will." The mountain began to quake, and they all fell down. The boy came walking back to the king. The king said to him, "What has happened to your companion?" He said, Allah has saved me from them." He again handed him to some of his courtiers and said, "Take him and carry him away in a small boat, and when you reach the middle of the ocean, ask him to give up his religion. But if he does not give up his religion, throw him into the water." So they threw him, and the boy cried, "Oh Allah, save me from the end." What they went to do, it was not long before the boat overturned, and they were drowned. But he came walking back to the king. The king said to him, "What has happened to your companions?" He said, "Allah has saved me from the." He also said to the king, "You cannot kill me until I tell you how to do." He asked, "What is that?" The boy said, "You should gather people on a vine and hang me by the trunk of a tree. Then take an arrow from the quiver and say, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of the world, the shoot an arrow.' If you do that, you would be able to kill me." So he did this, and placing an arrow in the bow, he saw it, saying, "Bismillah Rabbi, in the name of Allah, the Lord of the young boy." The arrow hit the boy in the temple, and the boy flipped his hand over the arrow one ended. The people proclaimed, "O Ephraim, our fight in the Lord of this young man." The courtiers came to the king, and it was said to him, "Do you see what has happened? That which you feared has taken place. The their fight is in the Lord." So he ordered then the hedge to be dug at the entrances to the roots, and it was done. And fires were kindled in them. Then the king said, Whoever abandons his religion, let him go, and whoever does not, throw him into the fire." The people called that, but did not reverse their fight from Allah, until a woman came with her baby whom she was breastfeeding. She felt hesitant about jumping into the fire. The baby spoke to her, "Be patient, mother, for verily you are following the truth." Muslim and Imam Ahmad record it. According to some reports, about more than 12,000 people were burned into ashes. After that, the fire flared up so high that it spread out wildly throughout the city and burned all those who were watching the fun of burning the Muslim. Only Yusuf bin Nuwas, the king, managed to run away and threw himself into the sea in order to save himself from the wreck of the fire. But he got drowned and died. Tafsir Mazri. It was about the Noah and his army that Allah referred to his messenger, proof in Surah Nomor 85. Albeit the reference is made to this incident. The Holy Quran quotes where the people of the tree, the people of the fire, the worship people, when they were sitting by in and were watching what they were doing with the believers, and they had blamed them for nothing but that they believed in Allah, the Almighty, the word of all fathers, the one to whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is witness over everything. Surely those who persecuted the believing men and the believing woman, then did not revert from there is the torment of Jahannam hell, and for them there is the torment of burning. 85. In a narrative 85, 85 4 4 410. In a narration of Muhammad ibn Ishaq, it is referred that the place where the boy Abdullah ibn Tamir was buried had to be dug up for some important reason during the time of Sayyidina Umar. It was found that the body of Abdullah ibn Tamir was unharmed, and he was sitting up. His hand was placed on his hip joint while the arrow struck him. Someone before moved his hand out from the fleece, and his wound started bleeding. When the hand was placed back in its position, the bleeding stopped. There was a ring in his finger, and the inspiration, Allahu Rabbi, Allah is my Lord, the governor of Yemen, informed Sayyidina Umar about this, and he walked back in roughly covered the body back as it was with his finger ring. Tafsir Ibnu Kathir by Inspiring Stories. Sekian dan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.